All right, man, we back. It's Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. My bad, a little bit late. Um, little bit late, but I had some other shit I had to handle real quick. Um, appreciate the love, support, man, and let's get to talking about Give me a minute. There we go. So just talking about some boxing. Um, man. Just had to mop the flow. Shit. Had to do my blue face, baby. Had to mop the flow. Uh, there you go, right there. We good, man. Let me make sure everything good on my end. Make sure. Oh, y'all probably can't even hear me. There we go. My bad. All right, make sure everything good on my end. Appreciate it. I know everybody can't hear me. We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Let me know y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. But I had to mop the floor. That shit strong as a motherfucker. My bad, man. But Samuel S. What up, John Black Johnny? For Life One Deep, what's going on? Let's talk a little bit about damn. That awesome, whatever the fuck. I put that shit strong as a motherfucker. My bad, y'all. That shit just strong. Yeah, no, I just got a lot of hats. I got a lot of hats. Hold on, let me jump up in the chat real quick on my phone. Give me 1 minute. We start. Make sure the sound down. Yeah, let's talk about Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao numbers. We're gonna talk about I did a video about it a little while ago. We'll talk about it in depth on live. We'll talk about Hooker Ramirez, and then we talk a little bit about Tank. So I heard that Mike Coppinger got the blessings of Mike Coppinger got the blessings of Rick Glosser on properly reporting the pay-per-view buys for Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao being 500,000. I think that fucking was terrible. That's terrible numbers for Manny Pacquiao, a guy that once was considered a pay-per-view star. And if you put it in perspective, Earl and Mikey did what, around 400,000. Now I can't remember what was the numbers for Broner and Pacquiao. Now I got it about the phone or my computer in front of you. I can tell you. Give me a minute. Let me see how many they did. They said they did about 400,000. ESPN said Broner Pacquiao did about 400,000. So Keith Thurman was able to do about 500,000 more pay-per-view buys with 100,000 more with Manny Pacquiao. But for me, that number suck. Like these, I mean, like they make you. I mean, pay-per-view used to be an elite fight. You know, you had some testers out there like Floyd and Arturo Gatti. They did 350,000. Obviously, it probably was like $40, $50 pay-per-view buys. But for me, that shit terrible. He said 300, 400, 500 is going up, bro. You bugging. Nigga, that shit is terrible, nigga. That's terrible for a Manny Pacquiao fight. A nigga that's supposed to do $1 billion. That ain't 500,000. Do you know how many motherfuckers it is in America? And what make it even worse to me, and this is my opinion. I mean, you can have your own opinion. Like I said, I know a lot of you niggas just started watching boxing like last year or 5 years ago, whatever. But that shit was terrible. 500,000 in the middle of the dog days. No NFL, no NCAA basketball, football, no NBA on. It's nothing but golf, tennis, and America's favorite pastime, which is baseball, which is fucking baseball. And you only do 500 fucking thousand. That shit terrible, man. I mean, how many motherfuckers is it in America? And I know they got the census going up. And I just want to give y'all an estimate. He said in the United States of America, there's 329, what is that, billion people? Or whatever the fuck that is. 320,000, I don't know how many, whatever the fuck it is a lot of motherfuckers. 329 million people in the United States. Gotta be worded that. Must be tripping. 329 million. You only got 500,000 people. You know, a lot of people. Man, yeah, stream. You can say yeah, streaming changed the game. Movie theaters, pirating, whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. For $80, you know, a lot of people consider that is garbage. Ain't nothing else going on around this motherfucker. Will book. Ain't shit going on. You're not competing with football. You're not competing with baseball. You're not competing with basketball. And for them, they probably turning over a profit like that. But the shit is terrible. It's not a pay-per-view fight. For me, for a pay-per-view to be considered that pay-per-view to be considered a success, it had to be 700,000 or more. If I'm Errol Spence, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling good right now. If I'm Errol Spence, even though Fox gave Errol Spence more of a boost, and for people saying in the chat, I'm tripping, I'm bugging. The motherfucking fight didn't even sell out. The fight didn't even sell out. They announced an attendance of a certain amount, and they lied on the attendance. Like I tell you, all the fucking boxer promoters do. They lie on their attendance. I've been there before. I seen them giving out free tickets. I know people who get free floor tickets. Free floor tickets. I ain't gonna fucking lie. They sit here and they fucking lie. And it said, according to the Nevada Athletic Commission, State Athletic Commission reported obtained by Thursday, boxing scene, 11,436 tickets were sold to the card headlined by Pacquiao Thurman at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Organizer of the event also issued over 1,675,000 complimentary ticket. I mean free, which is 1,245,000 short of accounting for the announced attendance of 14,356 356 people. So they said they said it was 14,356 people that attended the event. That was a lie. They lied. They lied. They lied. They lied. They lied. They lied about their numbers. Just like you all say Top Rank lied about their numbers for the free. There you go right here. They lied. They straight up lied about their numbers. Now, keep that same energy I had for Fury. Everybody making videos about Fury. Hoo 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 ho ho ho. He home. Fury's not a draw. They lied. Pacquiao did not sell out. Pacquiao and Thurman. Y'all can say, oh, Thurman doesn't have a fan base and blase blah. They only sold 11,436 tickets. The venue holds over 16,000 people. I'm going to give you an exact number. That arena holds 16,800 people. Might be a little bit less for a boxing event due towards how they set up. Okay? They lied. They didn't sell out. They overpriced tickets. And what I'm trying to figure out is this. What I'm trying to figure out is, how do you overprice a sport that is a niche sport in the United States? How do you overprice a sport who nobody gives a hell about? Unless it's a huge event. Pay-per-views are Mayweather and McGregor, Mayweather Pacquiao, Mayweather Canelo, Mayweather Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo Triple G. I don't know how to set the second. I can't remember. One of them supposed to have did $1 million. Okay, if not both. Those are certified pay-per-view events, right? Even Chavez and Canelo did a $1 million pay-per-view, right? That they did $1 million according to Golden Boy. Take it or leave it for whatever you want to believe it for. The shit that PBC is doing are not pay-per-view. Not one of these fights were pay-per-view worthy they put on this year. Errol and Mikey, not a pay-per-view fight. Adrian Broner, Pacquiao, not a pay-per-view fight. Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao, not a pay-per-view fight. For them, it could be a success. For me, A pay-per-view fight is supposed to at least sell out, right? Or am I tripping? Am I tripping? Ain't a pay-per-view supposed to at least sell out in capacity? The fight was they was well short of capacity. They were well short of capacity. This fight wasn't a sellout. It was around 4,000 less than a sellout. And then if you factor in the 1,600 tickets they comped, they was far away from a capacity. It's nowhere close. I mean, if somebody watching Blood Money, Manny Pacquiao is not fighting Errol Spence. Get that out your mind. That shit ain't happening. Unless Errol Spence somehow do 600, 700, 800, 900,000 or a million pay-per-view. That ain't Manny Pacquiao ain't come. If he ain't fighting Terrence Crawford, he ain't fighting Errol Spence. He came back to fight fucking Floyd Mayweather. But if he do, he do. He do. But at the same time, this shit is pathetic. Y'all got a different way of looking at things. I'm old school. I remember Trinidad, De La Hoya. I remember those type of them fucking pay-per-view events, the Mike Tyson pay-per-view events, and people used to buy them like crazy. They was probably like $30, $35 back then. All they did was double up, they damn near about to double up the pay-per-view price to 100 and call it a success. This shit ain't no success. How's it a pay-per-view event if it don't sell out? If Porter beat Earl, is he done? No, he ain't done. Real talk. How is it a pay-per-view if you don't sell out? No, nobody asked me that. How is it a pay-per-view if you don't sell out? In Vegas, let alone we're not talking about Los Angeles. It's hard to sell out the Staples Center with 2 black fighters. You in the boxing capital of the world, right? A city where every fighter dream of fighting in. Used to be Caesar's Palace, MGM, Madeline Bay, shit, Thomas and McAfee a little lesser. T-Mobile now. How do you not sell out a fight of this magnitude? How can you tell me $80, $300-$400 to get in? How do you not sell it out? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. Mikey and Earl, that's 100,000 seat stadium. They could have put $5 or $10 tickets out there, still wouldn't have sold out. It's too many people. He said a lot of people watch the fight on illegal stream. Hey, if it was a fifth, we all be drunk. If it was a fifth, I don't give a fuck what the if they doing. Why ain't nobody in Vegas attend the fight? Because if Floyd come back and say I'm fighting Pacquiao, tickets will be $800. It's gonna sell out. You can't even. It's 6,800 MGM. You can't even call that a fucking event. That's not an event. An event is Canelo Floyd. An event, hate to say it, was McGregor Floyd. Canelo Triple G was an event. Those are events. Those are spectacles. You telling me that roughly 4,000 people wasn't seated in that arena and it's in Vegas? What else was going on? David Copperfield? A magic show? Come on. He said, why do you even care about how many seats they sold? Because they charge the motherfuckers. They calling this a pay-per-view. This is supposed, 500,000 is a success. How's it a pay-per-view event if you don't sell out? How's it a pay-per-view event if you don't sell out? Real talk. They throwing shit together and saying, it's a pay-per-view. Niggas be killing me with that shit. They niggas want to talk about all the numbers in the world. Hey, they laughing and carry the 1 on ESPN numbers. They're laughing, carry the 2 on the zone number. But anytime you get to talking about what PBC doing, all of a sudden, now the numbers don't matter. What you mean Keith Thurman don't sell? Keith Thurman got the record on CBS. Or he got some type of fucking viewership record on CBS. Fuck you mean? Adrian Broner ain't got no fans on the hood, on God and them. On God and them. If not Adrian Broner, the most popular American fighter right now, not named like Floyd Mayweather. So what is you saying? Name me a fighter. Name me a fighter that's gonna do $1 million with Pacquiao right now, not named Mayweather. An actual fighter. These niggas is asking fighters who can't do $1 million on CBS on Showtime, excuse me. Who can't crack $1 million on Showtime? Only one that cracked $1 million was Deontay Wilder. You telling me that you can't even get 1 million people to view my fight on Showtime, but I'm supposed to go to pay-per-view and fight? Come on, man. Cool man, send me a salute. You telling me you can't even get 1 million people to come to Showtime? They got free Showtime trials. It's $10, $11 you sign up through Amazon. It's $15 and $14 if you sign up through your cable satellite provider. You know, y'all niggas be trying to twist shit. Had this been Top, it's a huge failure for Top Rank if, Manny Pacquiao only did 500,000 versus Keith Thurman on ESPN, and if it was on PBC, they would have promoted it on Fox, and they would have did, $1 million at least. Nah, nigga, not a rabbit got the gun. Don't run. Don't run when the rabbit got the gun. Don't run. Don't say, Showtime is hurting the market. HBO did it for years. HBO was doing $1 million pay-per-views on the closed market. HBO was doing better numbers. HBO was doing better numbers. Hear me out. HBO were doing like 5 to 10 million on Boxing After Dark. A regular card, 5 to 10 million. Name me a fight on Fox that did that. Name me a fight on ESPN that did them type of numbers. This was still a paid subscription channel. They were doing 5 to 10 million Boxing After Dark. Come on. What do Blood and Con got to do with it? What do it got to do with it? What do it got to do with it? What they have to do with it? I don't give a fuck what he getting. How you calling it a pay-per-view event if you don't sell it out? That's all I'm asking. Ain't nobody talk about that. Niggas want to talk shit. Oh, what about? No. What about PBC? Because y'all sit here and was, Fury didn't even sell out. They lied about the numbers. Al Heyman lied about the numbers. Well, what now? Now, all of a sudden, when it came to Fury, it wasn't streaming. It wasn't the movie theater. It wasn't a digital app. All of it was he's not a pool and this and that. PBC lying about their numbers. Why? Why charge a motherfucker $400, $300 to watch that shit all the way at the top? Why? Why is a Keith Thurman fight after 22 months off, coming back from Lopez, and you charging a motherfucker $300 or $400 in a niche sport? That's my whole problem with it. I understand when you got the Super Bowl and they mark up the prices. It's a spectacle. Every now and again you get bullshit like you got last year. NBA Finals, I understand it. Why they mark the tickets up. I get it. It's a spectacle. A lot of times you're going to see LeBron James or Curry or whoever. It's a spectacle. In a sport that's on ICU, and you still not trying to be accepted. They're not trying to take the show on the road. They really want to make fights in Philly. They really want to do fights in the DMV. They always take all the fights to the Barclays Center. They want to take all the fights somewhere in Nevada, maybe in Texas, maybe in SoCal. North Cal don't get no love. And it's all out where Vegas don't get no love. Indiana, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Detroit, Ohio don't get no love. Every now and again. They don't try to say, hey, Atlanta is a black hub. Hey, they don't get no love. They really want to do the DMV, don't get no love. Like, come on. All I'm saying is, how can it be a niche sport, a sport that's on its deathbed in a lot of shape, form, and fashion at points? How can you charge top dollar? You can say 500 is better than 100K. It doesn't matter. Did they sell out? No, they did not. Did they sell out? No. No, they did not. This is Vegas. This is the fight capital of the world. People go to Vegas to see a fight. A lot of times. All y'all niggas want to say, oh, it's better than this. It wasn't shit. 500,000 for Pacquiao fight. Oh, Earl Spence did great, 400,000, and it was a great spectacle, and this and that. Nigga, take boxing on pay-per-view. Ain't none of these niggas pay-per-view worthy, except for the niggas that's not fighting on pay-per-view right now. Canelo and Floyd Mayweather. That's it. Them the only two pay-per-view worthy niggas out here. Canelo ain't fighting on pay-per-view unless his own deal get ripped up. And Floyd said he retired right now. Stop trying to rationalize the bullshit. Stop trying to tell me that, this and that. Man, fuck up out of here. Fuck up out of here. Everybody trying to hear this. Stop trying to rationalize pay-per-view. The sport is not a pay-per-view sport no more. They say the sport is not a premier sport. It's not a premier sport. If they get to 600,000, that's better. That's a lot better. It's a lot better. But still, Pacquiao doing 600,000 for the risk that he took. For the risk that he took, y'all be trying to. This is why they can get away with shit like this. This is why they get away with shit like this. Because stupid motherfuckers like y'all. The way y'all dumbass boxing fans think, Hispanic dumbass boxing fans, black dumbass boxing fans, white people really don't even watch boxing, so I can't even categorize them or generalize them as them. Puerto Rico, they ain't got nobody that's good. United Kingdom, they dumb as fuck. They trying to rectify with Dillian White. This is why motherfuckers can get away with fucking y'all with no Vaseline. Real talk. A lot of you niggas started watching boxing 2 years ago, 5 years ago. If you lucky, 2011 and 10. This is why they can get away with it. Because they always gonna be like, you know what? We still got them, them 5% of the population, dumbass niggas that's gonna sit there and they always gonna buy and support this shit. Worst case scenario, we know for sure we got 200,000 buys if it's a good fight. They can hoodwink you because y'all niggas sit there and just dick suck the stupidest shit. Like I told y'all niggas last year about Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. I said, hey man, that's some bullshit. No, I'm telling you. And niggas sitting there, well, it's a great fight, and they both said they're gonna fight Earl next, and I just don't understand why. I just don't understand why CJ is hating on the fight, and I just don't understand. And then what the fuck Sean Porter do after he won? Oh, it's the easiest fight that can be made, and it's easier than the easy bake oven, and niggas like yeah, and all of a sudden, Sean Porter don't want to fight. I tried to negotiate with Sean. Now I gotta fight Mikey. Now I gotta fight Mikey. Now I gotta fight Mikey. Now niggas come back and apologize? Do the niggas come back and say, you was right? No, they just chucked the deuces and went to another nigga channel and tried to rectify what the fuck just happened. When I told you niggas when that fight, when they were saying that because they got tired of hearing the same question. You gonna fight Earl Nick? You gonna fight Earl Nick? You gonna fight PB? Y'all niggas just sit there and let them get away with murder. See, me personally, don't matter who you is. Bob Arum, Barry Hearn, Eddie Hearn, Kathy Duva, Rock Nation. I don't care who you is. Al Heyman. I don't give a fuck who you is. You ain't about to play me. Now, I can put you up on game. I'd be like, hey man, hey Javier, I told you. Oh girl, easy. All you got to do is whoopty blam, soup. Hey, you ain't even gotta get no fucking hand dog, bro. Just get the brandy, or get the brandy. If you want to do say, get this type of brandy, pour it in the cup, freeze it real good, put a couple ice in that motherfucker. Y'all drink. All you got to do is just whip your shit out, and then she just gonna boom, boom, boom. See, I can put you on game though. I can give you the game. I can give you the game. Now, hey, you execute the game plan is on you. I'm putting y'all up on game every time I tell you niggas something. I ain't nobody perfect in fight prediction. I be putting y'all up on game about shit. They be playing the fuck out of y'all niggas, man. They be playing the fuck out of us. Us in general. They be playing us like we some $2 hoes, man. But it's always that one nigga, man. You ever been at work and you like, hey man, we need to unionize, or we need to take a strike or whatever. So that nigga in that room, nah man, man, we can't do that, man. They might whoop-de blam fire us. So he go tip off management like a hoe ass nigga and shit. And now management are, if you do this and do that and y'all don't show the work, everybody fired. It's always just that one hoe ass nigga. In this case, it's a few hoe ass niggas with voices on YouTube or with channels. We got to support them. We got to, man, stop supporting bullshit. Stop feeling obligated like you gotta settle. This ain't the vagina Olympics. This ain't when you horny one night and you like, at least ain't, blase blah, you know what? And you done missed the 3-pointer. You done tried the free throw line. You done tried the elbow shots. You done even missed a couple layups and a couple bank shots. You like, you know what, nigga? I'm gonna need a little quick dunk. Let me go all the way down the fucking text messages and revive this bitch I made at the club the other night. You ain't got to settle in boxing. You ain't got to feel obligated to buy a pay-per-view that you don't feel like is pay-per-view. He said, I just respect PBC pay and treat the fighters good because at the end of the day, that's who it's all about. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what they get paid. I don't give a fuck if they get treated like a fucking mule. They get treated like an Egyptian slave. I don't give a fuck what they get treated by. They ain't even on. I don't even care. Long as the nigga ain't dying, I don't care. Long as you alive, I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. If you ask me to pay $80 fucking dollars, you know how much $80? I don't give a fuck how rich. No nigga want to lose $80. I don't even want to lose $1. I can give a fuck about how they getting treated. That's the last thing I care about. If you don't manage your money and you sign a contract and you get played out, I don't give a fuck. And I say that with all seriousness. You got all these managers. You got a mother, a father, or a brother, or whoever around you, and you still fuck up. I don't give a fuck. You, Adrian Peterson went broke. You think I give a fuck? Give a fuck? You think? Hey man, I spent 80 or 100 on this pay-per-view. You think? Oh man, I miscalculated my check, or I messed up calculating my check. I can't pay my cable bill because they added this. They added this they added this $80 on my cable bill. I ain't gonna have cable next month. Think Earl Spence say, oh man, I apologize, man, and I understand I didn't get the knockout and I didn't give you a memorable pay-per-view event. I really feel sorry that I fucked your cable bill up then, man. I do. Nigga don't give a fuck. He don't care. That nigga like, man. He like Blueface. Alright. He like, alright. He like Blueprint. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all that, man. Stop feeling obligated like you gotta sympathize with the fight. I don't feel obligated. I don't feel obligated. Now if they say they giving me great fights, then I'm cool. I see an iconic fight for $80. Cool. But until boxing get back on track and they start giving the fights that we want to see, then no. No, I don't give a fuck about these fights. They don't give a fuck about me. They gonna give me a 10 count if I die? Oh, CJ was our greatest fan. He bought all 55 of our PBC pay-per-view. I don't give a fuck about us. If they did, Crawford would be fighting Errol Spence already. They don't be thinking about, oh, this is what the fans want. That's the biggest horseshit I ever heard. You know, I fight like this for my fans. Viva Mexico! Come on. Quan, salute. They don't give a fuck about no fans, man. They don't give a fuck about us, man. They don't even want to interview. They don't give a hell, man. Why should I give a hell? They don't care about us, man. I don't give a fuck. You know, he got a brain injury. What, you knew the risk that you took? You took every day I go to work, it's a risk that a rat might fall on me. That I might die. Every time I step outside my door, it's a risk that I might die. You could die a lot of different fucking ways. But they keep shitting on us, dog, and these niggas keep telling y'all to do the shit the wrong way. We gotta support. No, you don't gotta support this nigga. Anybody ask for the Sean Porter fight? Is that anybody's number one fight in the top 5 fight in boxing right now? Anybody say in the welterweight division, oh, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, that's the fight I want to see. That's the premier fight. No, it's not nobody's premier fight. Unless the motherfucker gonna sit here and lie through their teeth, unless they're a hardcore Sean Porter fan, which don't exist, or they're a hardcore Errol Spence fan. I just want to see Errol Spence fight. That's nobody's fight. Some of my favorite fight might be Floyd and Pacquiao, Earl and Pacquiao. Some people might say, I think Keith Thurman. I still want to see Keith and Earl. Some people say, I want to see Earl and Danny. Ain't nobody saying I want to see Sean Porter. Even Earl said that he can't sell out the Family Diner. All the fights that you want to see, it ain't happen. Wilder and Fury. I mean, Wilder and Joshua. Why that ain't happen? Oh, you know, we gonna marinate. These niggas gonna be here to watch the fight. They take the fans for granted. They act like this back in the day, and it ain't. All I'm saying is, for a Pacquiao fight, for these niggas to be, and I'm gonna continue to put it in perspective. With the live game, it was only 6.2. I don't even know what the fuck that means, to be honest. I understand it's the accumulation of concessions, parking, and shit like that, but I don't know what's a good live game, what's a bad live game. I just don't. When I was watching boxing, I ain't really never heard, you know, oh, this is a premier. I don't really understand. Like, is 10 million good? Is 12 million good? Is 6 million good? So I really don't know. No, I'm just keeping it real. I'm not gonna act like I'm a live gate expert. I done clean this carpet and this other dog shit on my carpet and it still fucking stank. I don't know what the fuck they be feeding her ass. Man, I got to go get me a carpet cleaner somewhere. Trash this bitch. It ain't gonna cost me nothing to put some more carpet down in the basement. Hold on. I don't even know who sent me some shit. Hold on. Looking to my, but like if I'm getting a fight that I want to see, I don't have a problem supporting it. I don't. What the fuck Calvin Benjamin did? The Giants really going from Odell to Calvin Benjamin. Oh, the Giants must have signed Calvin Benjamin. They invite him to a workout. That motherfucker probably like 300,000 pounds. That's crazy. They got some funny. If you want to see some funny ass Calvin Benjamin memes, just he trended on Twitter. But I don't know what that fucking dog they ate, man. My dog shit don't even smell like that. But that dog like 10 years older than my dog. That shit smell like death on the plate. I really don't want to see Sean Porter. He's selling his belt, and Kenny know this is the last rodeo. Damn, young Jeff. But like I said before, I don't have a problem supporting a good fucking pay-per-view event. You know, but this is what it comes from. Now they slowly changing the expectations for fans. And this ain't even expectations, man. Did you not like the pack? Oh, I like the fight for sure. I like the fight. I didn't like it for $80. I paid 20. I paid 20 for it. I went to the movies and seen it. Some of these motherfuckers? $30, $40 at the most. $30, $40. These shits they doing this year, $30, $40. That's a reasonable price. Whatever Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods was, it ended up being free, but like what, $20? At them $30, $40. 40 bucks. 20 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 bucks Real talk. They done went from 30 to 40 to 50 to 55 HD. They done crept up to 65. All of a sudden now we at fucking $80. We didn't really crap up to $80, and then for Mayweather that's $100. Hey, niggas tripping. Oh, this nigga sound broke. You damn right I'm broke. I ain't got $80 to lose. I don't. I ain't even got $1 to lose. I ain't gonna never fake the funk. I ain't got $1 to lose. And then when you pay all this money, you don't even know what you're gonna get. Nigga gonna say, "Oh, I want to show off my boxing skills against Mikey Garcia." So I paid $80 to watch you, nigga. You jab a nigga, and you show off your. You could have said that shit for Fox or Showtime. I want to see you steamroll that nigga like you did Bundu for $80. I want to see you. I want to see a nigga hop out the cage and get the whooping nigga's ass for $80. I felt like I owed UFC like $80 or $100 after that. I felt like I owed them because I didn't watch. I felt like I gypped the UFC. That's what I want to feel. I ain't got no bros. I feel like I robbed the UFC. I feel like I should have owed send them $100 MoneyGram. That shit was so good. That whole card was fucking amazing. Khabib and McGregor. I felt like I owed them. And on top, I feel like I owed them $150 because the ass whooping after the fight was just as good as the fight card. I feel like I owed them. Real talk. I felt like I owed them. The nigga hopped out the cage, got the pow pow pow. Nigga jumped in the cage. Nigga already pow pow pow, pieced his ass up. Like nigga, I felt like I owed them. That's the feeling I want to feel when I watch a boxing pay-per-view. Nah, when I left the theater, I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind paying $80 for that Thurman shit just for the fight for Thurman. I'm like, glad I didn't. But the UFC, I'm like, I'm like, man, I feel like I owed them money. That whole event was amazing. Hey, it was all the wall, kicking ass, taking names, kicking ass. It was just ass kicking, blood, kicks, elbow. I don't even like that shit like that. I didn't even like that shit. Had me. My interest was really, really peaked after that card. That was a great card. Wall to wall, and then you had like after the Avengers go off, you had end credits. You had end credits. Nigga, my balls hot. Ferguson was going ham. Then you had end credits. You like, oh, this nigga, all right, McGregor didn't got knocked. I want to see nigga. Oh, you got about the cage. Jim the King Lawler. Oh, it's Stone Cold. That nigga, but Beam out there, dope. Nigga hopped in the cage, pieced up McGregor. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, damn. I'm thinking about that when I'm selling. That shit was crazy than the motherfucking dog. Like, shit, I seen them a money order. They got a PayPal, a Cash App, a Zelle or something. I'm like, damn. That's what I want to feel like in boxing. I ain't feel like that. And that delivered. Fuck the card. The whole thing delivered. I ain't felt like that in a boxing pay-per-view ever. Now, the 2 times I went to go see a boxing pay-per-view at the movie theaters, it was a good experience. The Berto Mayweather card, minus the main event, the card was excellent. Keith Thurman card, the Luis Nery fight was good. It was a solid card through and through. Main event was excellent. Shit was crazy, man. Like that UFC card, like I want to feel that in boxing one more time. I ain't asking for it every time. If you gonna give me a pay-per-view, give me some shit like that. Give me some shit like give me some wild cocaine cowboy stuff like that. When you say pay-per-view, it's supposed to be premium boxing. It's supposed to be the creme de la creme. You're supposed to get butterflies before they walk through the ring. You know? You supposed to have butterflies. Oh man, I can't wait for this fight, man. Ooh, this shit about to be good. I know it's gonna be a banger. Now they just throwing anything on fucking pay-per-view. Real talk. Now they throwing anything on pay-per-view. When the last time you actually felt like I got my bang for a buck for a pay-per-view? UFC put on a show. I was waiting for them to throw some chairs and ladders in the cage, bro. Like I said, that's like my uncle said, no more after the Malice Palace because it can't top that. Like, dude, what's what? Shit crazy. Obviously, I remember the butterfly feeling when you didn't really know how to call it. Yeah, that's feeling long. Yeah, I ain't had that feeling a long time in boxing. I ain't had that feeling a long time in boxing. You used to get that feeling on HBO all the time. You know, he said they robbed Thurman. Yeah, I can. Some people felt that way. I seen Rodman Jr. felt. I felt it could. I didn't never score. I'm gonna go back and watch it, but it could have went either way. He ain't watched more than the highlights since. Like for real, that shit was like, man, like I ain't like that's the type of feeling I'm talking. And a lot of people don't know that feeling. They've really gentrified boxing. If you think about it, they've really changed. They really made it a suburb sport. They made it an upper. They took a poor man's sport and made it a rich man's sport. If you ever wanted to know how boxing would look if it was a rich man's sport, here you got it. You got motherfuckers fighting once, twice a year. They fight once, twice a year, right? It's all about money. You got niggas that built their channel off of A side, B side, not jabs, not counters. Everything is about, oh, we care about the fighter health. We care about nigga. You think a motherfucker after Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting, niggas say, oh, I care about Robinson health. How? No, nigga, like, man, that was a great fight. Everything that was, and everything is how it is in hip hop now. Everything how it is in hip, everything that was clowned in hip hop in the '90s is now accepted. It's now the shit. And everything that was cool in the '90s is now considered lame. In boxing, it's the same thing. You know? Oh, you gotta think smarter and be you got motherfuckers that's thinking like Floyd Mayweather when he was 32, 33, 34 years old. They ain't even had a professional fight. They branding logos, they talking A side, B side, they count money. Like nigga, you ain't even had a professional fight. The goal ain't to get the green belt. It ain't to get the red belt, the burgundy belt, the black and gold belt. The goal is to, oh man, when I get my first 100,000, like a dope boy, a goal when I get my first million. The goal is to make money, and when money is your goal in boxing, what happened when you get money? What happened when you sitting there and you sitting on a couple million? The satisfaction loses. The hunger is lost. You only move for the money. In boxing, you can't just move for the money. If you want to be successful long term, you can't just move for the money. The love of the sport is gonna catch up with you at some point. If you don't love the sport, you see niggas get the dog piss beat out of them because they don't love the sport. They enter the sport for the love of the money, or the love of the sport turned out for the love of the money. When you start moving off the dime instead of start moving off the lineage and off the legacy, then the hunger leaves. But we'll say C4 said boxing used to be exciting in the early 2000s, and in late 2009, 8 and 7 really was. Boxing don't really wow no more. They took it out the hood and put it in Fifth Avenue. Basically, what I was just trying to say, Ali, what's going on? The build up for Thurman and Garcia was crazy. That fight lived up too. I wouldn't. That was a good fight. I would say. I think like Danny Garcia and Amir Khan lived up to that build up, but it was just my opinion. I think Wilder and Ortiz. Yeah, I got that. Wilder and Ortiz was a good fight. I think that was an anomaly. You know what I'm saying? That was a good fight. I wish that would have been on regular Fox or CBS. Showtime just be holding the fuck out of Deontay. Real talk, in actuality, and I'll get to Tank in a second. Tank should be fighting on CBS. They put the American Football League on there, and that bitch lasted a day. Why can't Tank fight on CBS? Since Tank is being loyal to Showtime, and Deontay is being loyal to Showtime, and everybody else get to fight on Fox, why don't you open the door for them to fight on CBS? That shit crazy to me. They went in their pocket to find 20 million to get Water, but then don't want throw them on CBS if you're gonna put that type of investment into them. Javier Logan, the Conor Khabib fight was the first UFC fight me and my dad watched. When Khabib jumped on the crowd, that feeling hit fucking different. It did, bro. Real GOAT. They happy and what you say, cordial after a loss nowadays. When a poor man loses, shit. I don't know, my nose running. It's fucking. When a poor man loses, it means too much to be smiling after a fight. A lot of change in the sport. You ain't lying. When AJ was happy to lose after to Ruiz, I'm like, man, like they really took the sport and made it into a rich man's sport. My biggest pet peeve is if when boxers say do they or do it for the fans, but they beating up journeymen. You ain't. I'm trying to get y'all to feel where I'm coming from. Ali said, "Sound like Anthony Joshua." Don Banks, what's up, Don? He says, "EJ, bald head niggas in the house." Nigga stupid. He said, Jackals 03 underscore 04. I know you didn't like that Earl didn't knock Mikey out. Here he was the whole movie theater hype. Like that nigga supposed to get the knock. I was drunk. I don't even know how the fuck I feel. I just know that nigga was supposed. I didn't really notice he didn't knock him out until like the next day. I really ain't paid no attention. He should have knocked that nigga out. Nigga Finn Catcher stupid. Yeah, that was a hell of a signing by him. Ain't Tevin Farmer fighting this week? Yeah, his opponent like 8 inches taller than that nigga, man. I get to all that shit, but yeah, I'm trying to take y'all out, man. They trying to change the way the fans. They can't change the real hardcore boxing fans. They can't change us. They got to dig up the whole tree and replace it. They got to take us out and replace it. They trying to change the way people think about boxing, and they can't do that. They can't change the way we think. They can't. They ain't gonna change. They ain't gonna change the way I think. I'm gonna think the way I think because that's the way I remember boxing. I've been watching boxing for a long time, or 20 some years, man. Ain't gonna make weight, but that's just what it is. They didn't turn this into a sissy sport. A lot of these niggas, they happy after a loss, and they beating up bums, and they tune up every other fight. I don't think Tevin Farmer. I don't know the guy he fight. I know the guy he fighting fought or lost to the James, was it the other guy he just fought. I don't know. What's the nigga he just fought? They had a cheesesteak afterwards. I was just about to say Tank make weight this time. Yeah, he made weight. He came in half-pound underweight. Well, Tevin Farmer fighting JoJo Diaz next, so yeah, but in actuality, man, that's how I look at the pay-per-view numbers. If they did 600,000, but they promote the hell out of Mikey and Earl. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how Earl Spence and Sean do. I'll be trying to support that fight. I will. Maybe the movie theaters going to the fight, or maybe long shot of me paying $80. But it's just like how you don't have the fan base that you used to have, and maybe a lot of the hardcore fan bases have died off in boxing, legitimately died and croaked. Or you just you don't amuse them no more. How can you just turn your back? How can you take a poor man's sport and turn it and gentrify it into a rich man's sport? You can't do it. You can't. I mean, you can't do it. And this the result that you get. Real talk. This is the result that you get. Slowly and surely this sport becoming niche sport. They have the right idea and saying, you know what? They know boxing not doing well. Okay, let's take it back to network television and throw some fights on there. But even the casual fan or fan that has no clue about boxing, they know what a competitive fight look like. You know what? You don't have to be the smartest boxing aficionado to know what a competitive fight look like. We want competitive fights. We want the top guys fighting the top guys. Timothy Bradley did it. Manny Pacquiao did it. Floyd did it. They don't think they have to pay their dues no more. Nobody got to pay their dues no more. Nobody. Well, I mean, who paying their dues? Who? Everybody got a quick way to a belt, and Tevin Farmer will never be a champion in any other era in boxing. But that's just the game, and unfortunately, man, And a lot of niggas buying into it. You trying to say, oh, we care about the... Hey, you ain't... Man, come on. I'm caring about my pockets first. Like, damn, did I get my bang for my buck? Because if you didn't watch boxing, you wouldn't give a fuck about Errol Spence. You wouldn't give a fuck about Sean Kenny Porter. And that's how the world feels. How can you turn your back on a small fan base? You know what I'm saying? Your fan base is very, very small in America. How can you turn your back on us? It's like you don't want no fans. You would think they'd be on the hop trying to make great fights happen. You know? And it's out of control, man. They like the little bit of fans you got left. And you can look into it. Oh, these little YouTube channels. Kenny Porter wasn't the only one that said it. That nigga Tim Smith said it from PBC. He told Ness. It was Ness I think he was talking to. He was like, yeah, they talking stuff. I'm paraphrasing here with their little YouTube channel. Like, nigga. Tim Smith, where else can you hear your name being said? You talking to a YouTube channel. Where else can you hear Keith Thurman name when you're not fighting Pacquiao? Where else do you hear Errol Spence's name if it's not association with Terrence Crawford on ESPN or where else can you hear his name? Does it say, oh, Errol Spence has got a fight with Sean Porter coming up? Do they got Cody Wall? Do they got like a 30-second clip of talking about Sean Porter and Errol Spence the press conference? No. They get the bottom of the list. When you go to SportsCenter, you go to ESPN and you click on ESPN, you got to scroll all the way to the bottom unless you got it customized and find boxing. Down there by cricket and some other bullshit. You got to scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh, J-Rock had shoulder surgery too? I didn't know that. But you got to go all the way to the bottom to find that. Where else can you hear you talk? Where else can you hear yourself talked about? When Lopez not fighting, when Lomachenko not, where you can hear they still talked about? Ryan Garcia, where you can hear yourself talk about? Maurice Hooker, Jose Ramirez, who talking about you? Who? But at the end of the day, you turn your back on us. Who you here to talk about? Who interviewing you? Is Dan Rayfield really trying to interview you if you ain't got a fight coming up? No. Come on. Who talking about you? Legitimately, who talking about these fighters but on YouTube? PBC on Fox ain't talking about nobody on the other side. They don't even acknowledge the WBO, and that's all they got on the other side. So come on, everybody read PBC on Fox. Niggas probably turn that shit. Like, who the fuck is this nigga? Niggas they probably gonna cancel that shit at some point. Nobody watching that shit. I don't even watch that shit, to be honest. I care if it coming on my YouTube feed, and I don't watch that shit. He said nobody even watch TV no more, to be honest. And that's a good observation. They don't. That motherfucker ain't beating no JoJo D. Put your money up. Put your money up if you think Tevin Farmer beating JoJo Diaz. Big Gucci on Sports TV, so I got Hooker in the 5th round. Put your money up. I swear to God, put what you want to put up. 500, 1,000, 15, 2 racks. Put your money. If he fight JoJo Diaz, put your money up. Put your money up. We can put another 500 on the stoppage. Put your money. If you believe in that nigga, so put your money up. That nigga JoJo Diaz was giving Gary Russell some work. And you give him another 4 pounds, put your money up. That motherfucker going to sleep. It's about to be another TKO. No, it's going to be a Mama said knock you out. I'm going to knock you out. Rock the bells. Look at this bells rock. So if he lose a Tank fight, he ain't going to fight Tank. He fight Ricardo Nunes, Deion Johnson. He ain't even going to fight Tank, man. Well, let me close out this Keith Thurman Pacquiao topic. This is my point of view when I'm looking at it. Like I said, I don't curve the scale or nothing. I'm just saying, before I get into this other talk, I'm just saying, that 500,000 for me. I thought it should at least be 700, but they didn't even promote it like they did Earl and Mikey. But they didn't promote Mayweather and Pacquiao neither because they felt that the promotion was already in. But it is what it is. They gonna get paid off of it. Thurman gonna get a nice bag. And they still got pay-per-view money and people that ordered it through the apps, and they got other international revenue coming in. So Thurman gonna make a nice little pretty piece of change off of it. So in my opinion, I just had more. I had more hopes between 700,000, 750,000. That was just my hope for it. But at the same time, it was a great main event. I mean, you can't take it away. I want to say like great in the grand scheme of Valentine's Day Massacre, but for this generation to close out this decade, it was a really good fight, action packed, back and forth. It was a great story for Manny Pacquiao and Manny Pacquiao supporters, and the way to close out the decade for Manny Pacquiao strong, and for Keith Thurman, you know, you got what you wished. You know what I'm saying. And this is what I was trying to say a minute ago, and about Keith Thurman. For these dudes and Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, this is where I'm looking at it from. For you to want to give up that being a champion, any A side thing, give up the majority of the purse to Manny Pacquiao, waive drug testing allegedly versus Manny Pacquiao, weigh in first, name on the poster second, walk out second. You give up every championship right you got. No rematch clause, but a rematch clause in his favor, right? And a rematch clause in his favor. You give up all this for 500,000 pay-per-view buys? Come on. He said pay-per-view not bad. Motherfuckers have so many sports bars watching it at the sports bar. And when I was at for Spence and Mikey, it was only one bar in my neighborhood that had it on. Buffalo Wild Wings didn't even have it on. So it's different. The shit is dead, nigga. Dead. They calling this a great fight. It's not a great fight. That wasn't a great pay-per-view. 500,000? Come on. It's not a great pay-per-view. Even at $80 a clip, that's pretty good. When you talking about pay-per-view, you talking about elite matchup. You talk about a once-in-a-generational matchup. That's what pay-per-view was about. It was about two elite athletes coming together, giving you the best fight possible. Two elite names, the best fight and come on. Super Bowl was about the best two teams playing each other. NBA Finals about the best two teams playing each other. March Madness is about the best two teams out of 60-something teams in the pool playing each other. And when you get to boxing, rarely do you get a pay-per-view event or a main event like this past Saturday. Rarely do you get it pay out dividends like that. He said pay-per-view might be dead, but no casual wants to watch the fight on an app. Don't matter. They all of them offer apps. Showtime got an app. CBS got an app. Fox got an app. FS1 and Fox got the same app. They all offer apps. ESPN for ESPN regular fight got an app. In addition to ESPN Plus got an app. That's what the zone fell out. All of them been offering boxing on apps. If you at work, you can watch. If you got Showtime, you can watch it on that. It's been like that for the last few years. It's nothing new. If you at work, you want to buy the pay-per-view through the app, you always can do that. That's nothing new. The zone didn't innovate shit. The applications have always been there for the last few years to watch fights on them apps. It's nothing new. So you can watch it on the TV. You can watch it on your phone if you're at work. You can watch it wherever. That's nothing new with the zone doing. It's been available. Josh Warrington beat Galahad though, bro. So you can't get that one. You can watch the regular ESPN on the app. The regular ESPN fights or ESPN on the app. I got it on my phone. ESPN Plus, they got apps, so it ain't shit new. At the end of the day, don't nobody want to pay $80 for boxing. It's a niche sport. Don't nobody want to pay for that shit. And these niggas not even fighting the best no more. That's my point I'm trying to say. No way, shape, and form is Errol Spence and Sean Porter pay-per-view. It's not, but that is what it is. Motherfuckers can they can rationalize shit. A lot of niggas just rationalize shit because that's their favorite fighter. But America is speaking. Out of 326 million people in America, or 29, over 29, only 500,000 or let's say 600,000 to be nice. Only 600,000 bought the fight. What percentage is that? Gotta be in the single digits. Boston Dialogue, salute. It gotta be in the single digits. You don't pay. You don't pay for the playoffs. You don't pay for Wimbledon. You don't pay for the Open. It used to be the British Open. You don't pay for the U.S. Open. You don't pay for the NBA Finals. You don't pay for March Madness or nothing. And usually, in damn near almost every city or close to your city or state, there's an arena to go to. If it's not an NBA arena, you got a college arena you could take your kids to go see. It's a basketball court right there, and it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just supporting, putting boxing on TV. How about opening boxing gyms? How about going to local boxing gyms and renovating them instead of going to Gleason's in Brooklyn all the time and introducing boxing to the youth so you can grow the next generation. But boxing, like I said before, they using boxing to wash dirty money. I'm telling you, they using boxing to wash blood money. But let's talk about which I want to talk about. Tank. I'll talk about Maurice Hooker and Ramirez. They both made weight 139 and a half. I think they got Hooker listed as a 1.5 inch height advantage. He got an 8 inch reach advantage. He got like at least a 2 or 3 inch height advantage, and maybe it's because of the hair. But the fight in general, man, they both. I'm trying to look at the weigh-in. I watched the weigh-in, man. Um, Bob Aaron was there. Obviously, Eddie Hearn was there talking malarkey. I'm trying to see if they got the pictures. They got the results, but not the pictures. But they both made weight. Um, but just looking at it, Danny Garcia got a gym in Philly. He got a gym in Philly. He got basketball courts and all that shit. Barbershops, excuse me. But Hooker Ramirez, I think that might be a fight of the year. Um, Hooker proved to have a lot of dog in him. Hooker proved to have a ton of dog in him. Hooker proved to be a really really good fighter. Long guy, rangy guy. Um, this fucking dog shit smell killing me. I don't know what the fuck she shit down here. This bitch, she had to shit something down here. Miles' grandma came over. She said some, "Oh, grandma, I done cleaned this motherfucking everything. I gotta get the carpet cleaner." So pretty much, this is an obvious. This is obvious boxing with Hooker and Ramirez. This is obvious boxing. You know, it's gonna be a fight of ranges. Can Ramirez get on the inside? Can Hooker keep Ramirez on the outside? Now, if I actually had to bet, if if it came to Ramirez beating Hooker on the outside, or if it came to Hooker beating Ramirez on the inside, I would say I would bet that Ramirez would beat Hooker on the inside out of those things. But before I continue to carry on about it, and it's funny, man, that it's funny how some people you know that claim to support their community, they don't support Maurice Hooker because guess what? He black, just like Earl Spence black. He don't shy away from being black. He black just like the Charlos and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Then again, it's certain people out here that show, oh, they support Canelo. They sit here and they talk about Canelo fights, or they sit here and talk about Mikey Garcia. They talk about how they support Omar Figueroa, or they sit here and just talk a lot of shit. At the end of the day, Maurice Hooker is a brother, and he do deserve that support. And this is boxing. And if people moniker is that they want to see the best fight, the best boxing, what better fight is this? This is a unification bout. This is something that PBC hasn't given us a lot of. This ain't something that This is Bob and Eddie Hearn working together. I understand they might be two of the most unlikable characters, but guess what? This is a good fight. This is a fight Hooker didn't have to take. It's one mandated. This was a fight that Bob Arum a year ago, 2 years ago, he wouldn't have sent Jose Ramirez over to the zone to fight Maurice Hooker. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Maurice Hooker ain't came out here. I done seen niggas wear purses. I don't know if he got a purse or he wore a purse. I haven't seen it, and I follow him on social media. He ain't wore no purse. It's niggas out here that's from Texas. I ain't saying no name. That's wearing a purse and their hand on their hip. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas out here that get the support that put their hands on women, and they got a long history of putting their hands on women. And you know what? We all make mistakes. But if you keep doing it, you keep doing it. One woman said, another woman said, another woman saying it. Come on. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, why he don't deserve that support? Like Devin Haney, a lot of niggas didn't want to fight or support Devin Haney because he went to the zone. I can give a hell. I like the way the guy fight. Shakir Stevenson, I like the way he fight. I don't care who he with. If he gonna fight, he ain't disrespecting me as a fan. He ain't disrespecting me as he ain't disrespecting the game of boxing. He taking it. Why shouldn't he get my support if I'm all about supporting black boxing? If I'm all about supporting black boxing, yeah, I got your email, Angel. I got you. If I'm all about supporting black boxing, it ain't subjective to who you with. Just say I'm about supporting Al Heyman boxers. I support PBC boxers. Basically, that's what Fred say. So at the end of the day, I understand when I go to Fred's channel what to expect. And shout out to Barbershop Conversation. I understand what to expect. But all these first down, these line of scrimmage moving ass niggas out here, if you support black fighters or you don't. Because you support black fighters, but you only support certain black fighters, then what that make you? Just say I support certain PBC fighters. I support people that's with Al Heyman. Then it's a different ball game. But when you try to dress it up and say, oh, we all about the best fighting the best, or I'm all about the best fighting the best, or I support black. No, you don't support black fighters because you don't support all the black fighters on Premier Boxing Champions Network. I'm about supporting a black fighter. For real. Off my personal page, on my personal time and page, I support black fighters. Now, X and O's wise, I may not pick a black fighter because X and O's say you ain't gonna fucking win. When O'Harry Davis fighting Josh Taylor, did I want to pick O'Harry Davis? Fuck yeah. But hey, Josh Taylor got that work. So it ain't me wishing upon a star or hoping and willing, or in my heart hoping and willing to God win. No, this is what boxing, the X and O's telling me. This is what my film work is telling me. Is it 100% gonna be right every time? No. But Maurice Hooker get my support. Jose Ramirez get my support because he conducted himself. It was nothing with his style. It was nothing like that. It was he politicked his way to a belt because the winner of Amir Khan and him was supposed to fight the winner of Regis Prograis, and Julie Sandango, and you know they made a contribution to the congregation for them to elevate the winner of Amman and Ramirez the champion. That was my bone to pick with him, and then him playing the role like he really wanted to fight Regis Prograis. I didn't like that. So that was my point to burn with him. But now that he's stepping up, he fighting a real fighter, Maurice Hooker. Now they giving the unification bout, and it's too bad that it's on a platform that nobody really know about because they don't really use social media to their advantage, and it's just a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. Yeah, man, it's too much propaganda. They should have bought a television network spot and did it that way. It was a bad idea to buy an app because every boxing network got an app. You limited yourself by putting yourself on the app. They got Fox, FS1, FS2 with Fox 1 jammed up. They got Bounce TV, worst case scenario. They didn't have time on Spike. They didn't have time on CBS. They didn't have time on NBC, Kathy Duva and Al Heyman. ESPN. They haven't used ABC yet, which is a travesty in my opinion. Since Bud can't get a fight on with a big guy, why not put him on ABC? You know, and you can just go on and on. You know, you limited yourself by putting on the app, and I feel bad for guys that sign up. At the end of the day, You know, they probably just care like everybody else. They give me $4 million, win, lose, or draw. I'm guaranteed another four in my next 2 fight deal, and that's how they feel about it. But in the grand scheme of things, when you fighting on the zone, it hurts your appeal. It hurts your appeal. It hurts your legacy because nobody getting to see you fight. It's not getting publicized. It's not getting even on ESPN or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, I think it's a really good fight. Fight of the year candidate. Hooker got to keep him at the end of his jab. Even if he get on the inside, he got the ability to shorten it up. It's all about ranges. If Ramirez is able to get on the inside, which you can on Hooker, if you're willing to take some punishment, he got to bend at the waist, move his head, feint to get on the inside. It'd be an interesting fight. I did pick Jose Ramirez to win the fight. I didn't get a chance to do a whole lot of film work. If I did a little bit. Does the Fire Stick work on any TV that they got an HDMI and you got Wi-Fi? But I picked Ramirez to win this fight, but my fandom is with Hooker. I think Hooker got the weight problem, and Ramirez has got some of the best stamina in boxing. I think a lot of Ramirez's intangibles really carry the day. Ramirez really will strap his nuts on, and he will hunt. When Ramirez, you probably can outbox Ramirez for 4 rounds, 5 rounds, but it's something about Ramirez. He got another gear or two. He got another gear or two that take it up to another level. Ramirez hit second gear around the second and third. Fourth and fifth, he hit a third gear. He can hit a fourth and a fifth gear if he need to. Usually, when he hit his third gear, like Zepeda, he kind of started to fade. Ramirez is in really good shape. Like I said, I keep saying he got some of the best stamina in boxing. He one of the very few boxers that came up in weight leaving the amateurs. He came up in weight. Salute. He came up in weight from the amateurs. Mark, I see you. He was like 130 something in the amateur, 132 or something. Him and Mikey went down about 6 pounds to 126 to start his career. Ramirez went up to 140. You know what I'm saying? You rarely see that because when you become a full-time boxer, no more school, you can afford a nutritionist. A lot of times guys want to squeeze down and get an extra belt. But, and also one of the points I pointed out in my prediction video, Phantom 1 salute. One of the points I pointed out in my prediction video was that I believe that Jose Ramirez is still the house fighter. I believe Jose Ramirez is still the house fighter. He's an Hispanic fighter down there in Texas. The Hispanic fighter always get no matter where they from. You've seen it with Granados and Javier Fortuna. Fortuna, in my opinion, did a smart thing and got a no contest and faked the injury. It might have been pussy to a lot of niggas out there, but I seen they was going to rob Javier Fortuna down there, even in favor of Adrian Granados, who really don't even have a name in the game. You seen that they were robbing Pernell. They robbed Pernell Whitaker with a draw. You seen Paulo Malignaggi kind of, get mad over the Juan Diaz situation. Canelo, Austin Trout was down there. So you've seen time and time again in the state of Texas that the brothers, or just any other nationality, you had Italian and Paulie, Italian American, you had a few black fighters down there as well that I haven't heard nothing about the Porter and the Spence card. That, what it is, the home field advantage is Jose Ramirez. Don't get it fucked up. No matter if it's in Maurice Hooker, backyard, is Jose Ramirez advantage. Now, where does Maurice Hooker advantage lie? Outside the ring is that the promoter is on his side. But then again, who can DAZN get that Al Heyman don't already know? So Al Heyman still got Al Heyman, Bob Arum. Who can the DAZN get that Bob Arum don't know in Texas? So Bob Arum still can have them in his back pocket if he wanted to. If you catch my drift, Boxing 404, Boxing Talk 404 said commentary was hella biased toward Canales. It was. So, it's even Mikey Garcia had a ton of fans down there versus Errol Spence. I don't understand Fred said there was a ton of black people there, but like I said before, that's why they allowed Ramirez to go to Texas, go to DAZN to fight because he got a ton of advantages. So for Hooker, if I'm Hooker, I'm looking for the knockout. Everything I'm doing is setting up the knockout. I'm looking at the jab to the head, the jab to the stomach. I'm looking to feint the jab. I'm looking at the check left hook. I'm looking to walk Ramirez into some hard right hands. And really, his game plan ain't got to be that his game plan ain't got to be that methodical. It's pretty much smoke and mirrors. Yeah, I come out there using the jab a lot. I might never throw it. I might fade in right hand, turn the jab into a lead left hook. I might just set things up, set traps. You know what I'm saying? I might feint like I'm going to the stomach, and might go to the stomach all day. Come over the top of right hand. Everything he hit Ramirez with got to be with bad intentions, but also he got to be smart and change up the speed. But he got to pace himself a little bit too, because Ramirez get frustrated and he turn and hit that third gear, and that's when he usually take off on his opponents. But if he can box, use some lateral movement, don't go straight back and hit a lot. And I will fight a little bit tall this fight. I would fight a ton tall, and I would come out with a finesse jab. Not just as far as the variation of it being um, just touch. I would come out, with that jab where you on the back foot or you going side to side and you jabbing, and then when he try to step up to that third gear, then I would come out with that aggressive jab. You know what I'm saying? I would come out with that power jab, that Tommy jab that really, dictates real estate and really pushes Ramirez on the back foot. But that's what he got to do. Outbox Ramirez. Ramirez ready to turn it on, and he trying to really hell race with offense, push him on the back foot. He can't afford to sit on the ropes. Not in Texas, man. Not this fight. He can't afford to do the rope a dope like he did versus Salcedo, in my opinion. He can do a little bit of that early on, but we see with Keith Thurman, when you in enemy territory where somebody established themselves and his ethnic background have established themselves in Texas, because that used to be Mexico, then you can't afford to get dropped. And Keith Thurman was a perfect example. I hope Maurice Hooker watched that fight. He can't afford to get dropped. He can't afford to sit on the ropes. He can't afford no fishy shit happen in Texas. Get it out of his mind that this is a hometown fight for him. It's fucking not. You're a road warrior in this fight. You was a road warrior. You went to the UK and beat Terry Flanagan. You're a a road warrior when you went to OKC and beat Alex Aceto. You're a road warrior right now again in Texas, in your own hometown. You got a little bit bigger rooting section there, but once again, you're a road warrior come Saturday night. You in enemy territory. Treat that shit as Mexico, and you really need to come out with a couple game plans. A game plan in the beginning. Outbox him, beat him up early on. When he try to turn it up into third gear, walk him into shots. Do a lot of things, kind of telegraph a lot of things in this fight. I don't mean it's, like let it know it's coming. Kind of let him get comfortable with your tendencies. Like he doing a double jab, or he'll throw a jab, then triple it up next time, and then he feint with a jab or whatever. Let him get comfortable and say, "Oh, I feel like I know what he's doing. I feel like I'm ready to adjust." And if he feels like he's ready to adjust to something, then switch that shit up. You was jabbing, not check hook when he jump inside with a straight right hand. Check hook and get out the way. He think a check hook coming. All right, you act like you check hooking. You pivot. Don't throw the hook. Throw the straight right hand right down the pipe. That's just things I'd be looking at. Because once Jose Ramirez feel like he got your tendencies, once he feel like he got your tendencies, um, then that's when he turn it up. Once he feel like he can take your power, once he feel like he might be down and might get out boxed, then he wants to step up the tempo of the fight. That's what he do. Then he want to step up the tempo of the fight, and that's what I would do. Now, if those things are still working for me, using a jab and just outboxing them, then at the end of the day, that's something I'll do. But at some point, he got to get on the front foot, be aggressive with his jab, push Ramirez back, and beat him down. And it wouldn't hurt to touch the body a little bit, because that's what Ramirez gonna do. Robert Garcia, they gonna work at the left hook to the body. They're going to work at bringing the left hook to the head, double left hook to the head to the body, work to double left hook to the body to the head. They're going to rip uppercuts down the middle. They're going to He gonna try to jab to the body, come over the top with the right hand. They gonna work on head movement, waist movement to get on the inside, double jab and get on the inside. They gonna work on taking your jab away, trying to come over the top with your jab. They gonna try to, they gonna try to, maybe move away from your right hand and try to come down the middle. They gonna try a lot of different things. They got plan A, B, C, D for Maurice Hooker this fight because they got to. He said no one's talking about Hooker when he got that DUI, but he got a big unification. It's crookeds. Uh, they said he only talked about Hooker when he got that DUI. Now he got big unification and talking and supporting black fighters. It's fake. It's a facade. It's only a PBC fighter. And I understand that. I wish that, you let that be known and then we look at you a different way and then we understand. But it's a lot of motherfuckers that's getting politicked and getting bamboozled. And there's a lot of people that have woke up and understand they got bamboozled and say, you know what, I'm not fucking with them, or I understand when I come over there. There's a lot of people that get sucked in. It's a lot of niggas I ain't even cool with no more. You know what I'm saying? They ain't come to me and say, oh man, what happened? They took another nigga work, and I'm cool with it. I understand what that is. Your allegiance lie there. It lies to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But don't come to me when some shit don't go right, or you start beefing with another nigga and tell me and try to be cool with me. That's just fake shit. That's just shit that I ain't cut from that cloth. I don't understand that. I don't understand. He said they don't like Hooker because he beefing with Earl, right? I don't know why they don't like the nigga. I don't know why. I don't really care if who the fuck he beef with. He a good fighter, he black. There's a lot of motherfuckers that got beef. I ain't in the middle of it. Turn that beef into positivity. Because if Hooker keep winning, why can't Hooker and Earl Spence have a big fight right there in Dallas for all the brothers? Turn it into positivity. But then again, like I said before, this is the best fight this weekend by far. I'm a huge Hooker supporter. You know what I'm saying? But don't mean I'm gonna pick him. I understand the ramifications of this fight. I'm not a fool. When Bob Arum let his fighter go to another network, he felt that he gonna win. When he let Lomachenko fight Gary Russell, he knew he had the superior fighter. I knew he had the superior fighter after the Orlando Salido fight. I knew he had the superior fighter. Hooker and Earl cool. He came to support. He did come to support. So I don't know where that beef rumor came up. He came to support him at that fight. That is true. But like I said before, I just think I'm not saying that Ramirez is a better fighter, but I expect him to get on the inside of Hooker and work. And the weight problems, the home field advantage for Ramirez, in my opinion, I think it might be too much for Hooker, man. But we'll see. We're gonna see how much dog Jose Ramirez really got. And I kind of want to just look at his resume for a minute. I want to look at his resume for a minute. Give me a minute. And I kind of want to point some things out. Oh, they offer amateur records now too on Boxing Rec. Yeah, they got amateur records now. That shit crazy. I just noticed that. Ramirez lost to a nigga in his last amateur fight that was 1-2. That's crazy. I don't notice. He lost to Albert Bell. He beat Albert Bell. Yep, he beat Albert Bell. He lost to Lomachenko in the amateurs on points. I don't know how far. This don't go back hella far. He never was stopped in the amateurs. I'm just trying to see if I notice any names that's pro. Only ones I really noticed is Albert Bell, Lomachenko. That's it. Let me go back to his pro career. He beat Mike Reed, and I like Mike Reed, man. He's a cool dude, man. But outside of that, and I'm not sure if Mike Reed lost it. Yeah, Mike Reed lost again since then. He lost his very next fight. That's crazy. He beat Amir Mine he didn't even stop Amir Mine. Unanimous decision. Antonio Orozco, Cespedes. So he really in for a lot of top opposition. Hooker, Cesados, Flanagan, He ain't fought a lot of top opposition as far as elite. A lot of fighters have come and gone. Um, since he started at the division. So he here now, and he fought a guy named Courtney Jackson. He only lost once. He lost to Maurice. Reese Hooker ended up avenging that loss, avenging that draw. Excuse me. So we'll see, man, what's going on. But I think Ramirez gonna kind of edge it out. Um, he had a half-inch height advantage according to BoxRec, which that ain't accurate. An inch advantage, that ain't accurate. But we'll see, man. I'm pulling for Maurice Hooker, but I think Jose win. Just because of the location of the fight. Mark Pinkerton, what's going on? Um, Hooker gonna unify before Spence. That'd be that could be a possibility, but he ain't gonna get no love. People mentioned that in this past said they had issues in the gym or something. At the end of the day, I just don't understand why you're not supporting him. What they got to do with you supporting him? You feel like that'll piss Earl off or something? I don't know. I expect this fight to be a real good one. Yeah, I expect it to be a fight of the year candidate. I expect for at least to be what it was, what last week was. Ramirez like 5'9". Yeah, they got him listed at 5'10". He ought to be Hooker like 2 or 3 inches taller than that nigga. Like real shit. And look at the pictures. Hold on. Look at the pictures. Let me see. Now he look taller than him in this picture. I don't know. He must be standing on something. They look close in height in that picture. They look a little bit closer in height than I thought it was. It's sad. It's sad that he don't get no support, but I'm gonna support him. Progress pick Ramirez too. Progress don't like Hooker, so that's invalid. That's he don't like. Apparently he don't like Ramirez neither. I don't know if he don't like Ramirez after what happened. What up, Banco Boxing? But he don't really like Hooker. He don't. He don't like Hooker. I can tell you that for a fact. And really, Progress got a top rank contract on the floor to fight Ramirez when he get done. Because Earl they God. I'm like God to you niggas. Jesus from the ghetto, niggas, so was Earl. I'm like God to you niggas. And that nigga don't even give a fuck about them niggas. That's what's crazy about it. Nigga, you might be shot on the road. Earl Spence wouldn't even stop his Ferrari to pick your ass up. Hooker was talking about fighting Progress in the streets. That shit, that gets serious when they get to the street shit. But Maurice Hooker got like 10 or 11 kids. Fred in Texas. That shit crazy. Fred went down there for that shit. Fuck he down there for? It ain't no PBC event. Well, why he down there and at the Tank fight? He trying to change the narrative that he ain't a PBC fighter no. He ain't just a PBC fight fan no more. But that is a trip down to Baltimore for him from California. Yeah, he interviewed Bomac too. I'm gonna check him out when I get off. But yeah, man, I think Roy Jones was talking about Gervonta Davis too, man. He said, Tank need to give us a timeline on when he gonna fight Lomachenko. So we can see how good he is. He said he doing what he supposed to do right now, but I'm tired of seeing this nigga fight bums. I'll just be real to close it out. I'm tired of seeing Gervonta Tank Davis fight this level opponent. I understand that Aldermars was the same level opponent too, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I don't want to disrespect Aldermars. He a cool guy, but above what, like 122, he really ain't shit. Okay? 126, he got iced by Johnny Gonzalez. I think Gary Russell ended up stopping him. He's just a very, very small guy. And at the end of the day, he was going to get parked by Tank Davis regardless. In my humble opinion, he was going to get parked by Tank regardless. So, my whole thing about it, I'm tired of seeing Tank just beat up on these Hispanic dudes and trying to do the Mayweather blueprint. Like, Tank losing a lot of respect from me. And when he talked about the Jose Ramirez fight, he said it couple years ago or last year. Oh, Floyd tried to set me up. Floyd trying to set me up. I wasn't ready for the Jose. I wasn't ready for the Jose Pedraza fight. Excuse me. Okay, at the end of the day, Is it Floyd Mayweather coddling and rocking the cradle and babying Gervonta Tank Davis, or is it Gervonta Tank Davis don't want to fight the real opponents? And I'm starting to believe it's a little bit of both, but I'm starting to believe it's more Gervonta, than it is that we giving him credit for. We putting all the stuff, we putting all the blame on Mayweather. Excuse me. We all saying, "Oh, it's Mayweather fault. It's Mayweather fault. It's Mayweather fault. It's Mayweather fault." When Gervonta Tank Davis came out and said he wasn't ready for the Pedraza fight, and they tried to set him up versus Jose Pedraza. So why nobody playing that sound clip? And we understand he fighting. I'm tired, man. Like he got all right. Don't drop the belt and tune up. Drop the belt and tune the fuck up because we tired of this shit, man. At the end of the day, nobody fight on Showtime no way no more. But they gave you a hometown fight in Baltimore versus, hopefully old boy can show up. He can be tough. He can go a few rounds and he can get Tank a run for his money. But at the same time, like nigga, like you wasting everybody time. You're not fighting nobody, bro. Nobody. You're not building up towards fighting Lomachenko. You didn't want to fight Dougie Fresh, aka Javier Fortuna. Tevin Farmer, you couldn't make that fight happen. They're not giving JoJo Diaz an offer to come fight Gervonta. They're not trying to fight Burchett. Not trying to move up and fight Rob Richards Jr. or trying to make a deal to move up and fight Richard Comey. Like real talk, his career has no identity right now. What is Tank? Oh, well, he's young. Well, drop the belt then. Drop the belt and just say, we gonna just tune up and build him up different. Don't accept the belt. If you still want to tune up without the belt. Stop holding up that division. Oh, I'm the cash cow. Like nigga, nobody care. Fuck you, the cash cow. Like Hearing called him out too. Like you talking about you the cash cow, right? Like nigga, you just made $1 million. You got like you making $20-30 million. Like the way that PBC fighters be talking and just fighters in general today, like you hear Floyd Mayweather when he was young, you hear say I'm the cash cow. Like when he got money Mayweather, he was saying that shit. But how about I'm the best in the division? I'm the best. I can beat anybody's ass. And really, what people want to see is you fight Lomachenko. Flashy Bench, honestly, he said next he want Farmer for a fact, and then want the other belts. I think it's Mayweather promotions because even Richardson said his promotions keep putting bums in front of him. It could be a promotions, but he ain't getting Farmer next. Farmer fighting JoJo Diaz at the Saturday night. He said it. Harris said he wants him a few months ago. I just don't understand it. And then he sit here and he played a role like he's some type of boxing star. Like nigga, you not no fucking star outside of Baltimore. If anything, niggas is laughing at you. Like you fighting guys we never heard of. The last guy was a bantamweight he fought, I believe. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I just really don't. I really don't get it. I just don't get like what direction are you taking his career in? Farmer only fighting JoJo Diaz if he can't unify. Eddie said Floyd Ellerby turned down 3 offers. They're not sending Tank over to the zone. They're not sending him over to the zone. I could have told you that. Tevin Farmer could have fought Gervonta Tank Davis before he went to the zone. But they weren't offering enough money, and the zone offered him was it $500,000 to fight. PBC officials made sure they got Fred press credentials to they fight to harass Eddie, or maybe Top Rank let him in to get to Eddie. Top Rank banned his ass. So this is whoever handling the zone presser this weekend. I'm not sure. It's not Magnum Medium. And it's Top Rank. It's not Top. I don't think Top Rank is handling. So he got in through the zone. Because he banned from Top Rank. Out of his mouth. I kind of knew before he knew, but it's funny when he found out. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. I guess it would be Tank versus JoJo because Tevin lost that belt. Tank ain't gonna fight no JoJo Diaz. He don't want to fight nobody. Him or Mayweather Promotions don't want to fight nobody. It's a joke. He a joke. I didn't want to fight Lomachenko unless it's pay-per-view worthy. I'm like, he talking about the cash cow, nigga. I'm laughing at your ass, nigga. How about you be the best at 130? So PBC dropped I don't know if they were trying to sign Tevin Farmer, but Farmer got that guap from them, man. He got that guap. Tevin said nobody offered him a contract except for Eddie. Yeah, PBC don't offer, well, they don't offer like long-term deals, but I don't know. Leo Santa Cruz needs to chill calling out. Shit, fight him then. Fuck it. It's better than anybody else Tank than fought. Who has the best resume at Mayweather Promotions? I don't even. Badu Jack. If not, you talking about Floyd Mayweather himself. Badu Jack probably. But Tank needs to step up, bro. He don't get no respect from me, bro. I like him as a fighter, but like he don't get no respect from me, dog. Like he beat Santa Cruz, he gets some respect. He the GOAT. He beat Santa Cruz to me. I'm saying that jokingly, but he don't get no respect. He get no respect at all. He gets no respect, man. And that's real shit. The nigga get no respect. Who the fuck you fighting? Oh, it's a mandatory. Yeah. If it wasn't a mandatory, he's gonna fight old ass Gamboa. Like, get the fuck out of here. Tank is a celebrity fighter, just like Broner. Leo a step up for him. Man, that shit a joke. It is a step up, but it's a good fight, but it's a joke. It's a joke. With the Santa Cruz, I boxed that nigga. I die laughing. He said Tank looked like he used to get whooped with a belt. It's just a joke, man. They putting fights on main events that shouldn't be main events, but you know he get the fight at the crib. PBC, you know, letting these dudes fight at the crib. And Tank tried to run for Mayweather Promotion several times. He wanted to sign with Eddie. He said he had signed with Oscar De La Hoya on the Breakfast Club. So he ain't happy fighting Mayweather. I'm still sick. He fought Hugo over Fortuna. That was soft. Oh yeah, when Abner Mares pulled out. Karate body salute. Got any questions before I hop off, man? I'm about to hop off. Y'all ain't got no questions. That shit crazy. Tank should have fought Farmer. Farmer on a deal. Eddie Hearn want to make the fight on his own. You know, Mayweather close to Al Heyman. He ain't gonna send his fighter over there. Even though Danny Jacobs, and Jesse Vargas supposed to still be with Al, but I don't think they're really with Al, in my opinion. Like they say they is. Jesse Vargas stay leaving Al Heyman, bro. Jesse Vargas stay leaving coaches. I ain't even gonna watch that Eddie Hearn interview about Miller, man. They trying to rationalize. That motherfucker on Twitter, Michael Benson, gonna say, "What if Oscar Rivas was popped in Brazil?" And no, Oscar Rivas wasn't popped in Brazil. Dillian White was popped. You heard of up and coming prospect Bilal Ali? No, I haven't. Where do you fight at? Do you think taking Farm? I don't even care about taking Tevin Farm. It don't matter. I know what's gonna happen. He about to fight JoJo Diaz, and he getting beat by JoJo Diaz, bro. What the hell happened to Abner? He had an eye injury. That's his second detached retina he had. He don't need to fight no more. He had a detached retina, man. What? He didn't duck Tank. He had a detached retina. Tank missed the first fight because he was out of shape. So they pushed the fight back. That's what happened. And then he had an eye injury in sparring, I guess. Tank for duck Fortuna on some dumb shit. Fortuna tough fighter to fight. Tough fighter to fight on 8 or 10 or 12 week camp, let alone a week, 2, whatever month notice. Garcia versus Liv. I don't even care about that fight neither, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of seeing these fucking bullshit ass fights. Well, Aaron offered Danny a fight versus Bud again. It's over with, man. You know, I heard they were supposed to re-offer him. They re-offered him. And I heard they re-offered him. Obviously, he didn't take it. They re-offered him. I'm tired of seeing this bullshit ass fight. Ain't no point. Either Terrence gonna have to just dug it out and wait till, you know, Errol move up and drop the belts if he get them. They not fighting him. I told you that, man. They not fighting Terrence, man. It's a fear. Machado, I don't know. It's a fear of Terrence Crawford, bro. This ain't even no joke. It's a fear. Now, I'm not saying this is to be the truth, but if they stop recognizing the WBO belt, and Terrence Crawford was a small part of that, and he was a small part of that, bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit. If he was a small part of that, and they say, you know what, we ain't gonna recognize the WBO because WBO been on some bullshit for years. All of a sudden, now Crawford, when Crawford want to fight Errol, they want to start recognizing it. The more I think I think Terrence Crawford having that WBO belt had a lot to do with them stop recognizing that belt. I hate to say it, bro. I don't want to say it, and I support them for not recognizing that belt, to be honest. But why did it take so long? Why did it take 2, 3, 4, 5 years, or whenever they stop messing with Oscar De La Hoya, to start recognizing that belt? Now all of a sudden, it's very ironic. They stopped recognizing that belt when Bud got. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's a fear. I've seen nothing like this before. There's a fear. Like, what is this nigga Bud done? He's a fear. They got to believe this nigga the next Mayweather, bro. I'm sorry to say that, bro. I know that's a huge heap amount of praise. But Errol Spence saying everything right, and maybe Errol Spence like, nigga, I want to fight this nigga. Fuck that, Al. Nigga, I want to fight him, but Al like, nah, bro. Mayweather probably like he can't beat him. I'm telling you what it is. Mayweather probably Al don't make that fight. Save himself. He can't beat him. Because even the coach saying the same thing. That's a tough fight. Even like I said, these niggas say they on boss. If he's on boss, then fight him. And it's crazy. It's crazy though, man. It's crazy because when Jeff Horn had the belt, when Bud got it, ain't nobody won it. But if they really stop breaking, that got to be the craziest shit I ever heard. It took for Terrence Bud Crawford to be WBO title holder for them to stop recognizing it. I'm done. I'm fed up with the WBO. You know what I'm saying? We not recognizing it no more. I'm like, that shit crazy, bruh. That's some shit I ain't never seen before, man. And that's not like Earl Spence complete problem. That's not his fault. That's just them saving him from himself. Like Earl Spence, like as a fighter, just looking at his demeanor, I wouldn't take him as a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like today, that's not his decision. I wouldn't take him as a pussy like that. That sound like that's them big wigs that's doing that shit. Because once again, they made Lomachenko. Gary Russell came over there. They made Vanez and Lara won when he came over there. They made a few fights. John Molina, Felix Diaz versus Terrence Crawford over there. They made some fights, but it is what it is, man. I just don't understand it. The timing is funny. It's long overdue for them to start recognizing that belt, but the timing is funny. But they recognized it and talked about it when it was Horn had it. 4 belts too much anyway. Spence had an interview talking about Horn. He's not a part of PBC issues with the WBO. It's the WBO. PBC fighters never hold it. I agree. That's why I said I don't have no problem with that issue. But I find it very, very funny that they disown it once Bud got it. I don't think it's a fear. It's beef between. It's not beef. It's not beef between Top Rank and PBC. It's not beef. Stop following that narrative. It's not beef. They just talked and made Wilder and Fury 2. Al Heyman and Bob Arum both cleared the contract for if they can work and make Al Heyman. If they can make Fury and Wilder too, then like Blueface say, where the beef? Where the beef? Real talk, like who the beef? Where the beef at? I mean, y'all keep bringing up this imaginary shit. There's no beef. They made Wilder and Fury too. The contract is probably already done. Wilder just said it today. What's up, Oh Hey Jamaica? Just got her video. Next year is gonna be crazy for boxing. He said, bro, we can you want to pull up on these niggas. But PBC recognized Saddam Ali. Well, they just magically made that shit happen this week. Hold on. They made that shit happen this past weekend. They stopped recognizing it, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I just find the timing is funny. I find the shiz. It says Five Boy said this is why boxing's not growing. He said Bob Arum. What did Bob Arum say? What did Bob Arum say? He got an interview with the brother Jay Carter on Boxing Talk saying, you know, he did an interview when they had the fights in Florida. I think was it Jamel Herring fight weekend. He said, no, PBC, you know, we want to make the fight. And what does he say? What did you say? They made the fucking Wilder Fury 2 fight. Bob said it went past his ears. It went past Al Heyman's ears. They talked about the Errol Spence fight. They said maybe next year they going to do Sean Porter. Like, it ain't no beef. It ain't no beef where, nah, I ain't gonna talk about that shit, bro. That title credit. I heard like a snippet of that shit. I turned that shit off. That shit was crazy. I'd have kicked that nigga out the building talking that crazy shit. Freestyling that crazy shit, but hold on. That's just my personal opinion, bro. Y'all just keep trying to say, oh, it's beef, it's beef. Stop high. Ain't no beef. They made Wilder Fury 2. So what's the beef? They made Wilder Fury 2. What's the excuse there? Al Heyman ran past Al. It ran past Bob Arum. Where's the beef? All I want to know is where's the beef? It's none. ESPN should have the bag to get PBC fighters. It don't matter. Eddie Hearn had the bag. He had the bag. Them niggas loyal to their soil. They loyal to their soil. It's not a faker in my E40 shit. They loyal. Why you gotta overpay them to come over here to get a belt? Well, Errol Spence said he's not going over there. Period. Errol Spence said he's not going over there. But I find it real fucking funny. Benavidez. I find it real fucking funny. All of a sudden, they don't recognize that belt no more. Now that Bud guy, I mean, Bud just got to pull up and slap that nigga in the back of his shag ass head. But look at Gary Russell. Gary Russell jumped out of character and started calling out niggas and saying names and talking shit and talking crazy. Did it get him the Leo Santa Cruz fight? Nope. But they won't talk about that about Earl. They won't talk about that shit. I already know they won't. He talking about fighting J-Rock and doing other shit and all this other shit. I already see the nigga about to slide out the back door. What's that meme Tom from Tom and Jerry? He trying to slide out the door or some shit. That's what Errol Spence about to do. This is shit. 5 ways that PBC overpaying fighters to not go get another strap or bag on. They are. That's a fact. Al Heyman take care of their legal fees. They get lower money. Al Heyman pay that. It's a brotherhood. It's like a frat. It's a fraternity. Antonio Tarver has some financial issues in Vegas. Al Heyman took care of that. Gave him a job talking boxing. So he take care of his family, pay his debt back off. Like, he fucked that up, but it's a fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Al Heyman do more. Al Heyman do more for. He do a lot more than what the naked eye sees. He said PPC not trying to get their position lose on their record run they're playing. I mean, they got plenty cash cows. I mean, look, you got Tank. They really can do Tank and Manny Pacquiao. I'm gonna do if Tank wins, I'm gonna do that video. They could do Tank and Manny Pacquiao. They got Tank. They got Arrow. They could sign the winner of the World Boxing Series tournament at 140. Lomachenko contract about to be up. They could sign him if they wanted to. If he can get out that contract, he can walk freely. They got Lubin, J-Rock, Hurd. They got Jamal, Jamil, Errol. They got Caleb Plant, a white fighter. That's a gold mine right there. Another gold mine, an Hispanic fighter, and David Benavidez. Come on. They got the heavyweight. They got heavyweight undisputed. They got Wilder, Ruiz. They got cash to burn. They got all this assets built up, but they scared to cash in. Out of all them fighters I named, can't somebody be the face of boxing? One of them got to come on top and be undefeated. Right? I mean, you got a full house. You know, it's like you got motherfucker Ryu, Ken, Liu Kang, Batman, Superman, Shazam, Iron Man, Captain America. You got all these. Somebody got to go over there and whoop Darkseid ass. Somebody got to go whoop Magneto ass. Out of all them fighters you got, somebody got to be the win the lottery ticket. These niggas playing Texas Hold'em for real. Hold them back. It's no coincidence why PBC don't want Crawford to the point they don't acknowledge the WBO belt. Yeah, I'm starting to think so. And people, and then you got these PBC apologists and shit out here. You got these PBC apologists saying, yeah, they shouldn't acknowledge that belt. Whatever. I mean, I done had conversations with niggas, and the conversations, why didn't PBC sign Crawford? I don't think they was aware of him when he was coming up at the time, but all I'm saying is this. I done had conversations with niggas behind the scene. Multiple people. People with platforms on here, people with no platforms on here. Niggas sound different behind the scenes than they do on social media. A lot of niggas be capping. A lot of niggas, oh, that's a tough fight. But they get out here and they, he'll roll him. I'll be looking at niggas like, really? A lot of niggas be faking it on this bitch, man. That shit crazy. But I don't think it's no coincidence. I don't think it's no coincidence, bro. Ain't no coincidence. I'm really starting to think just me sitting here marinating on it and me simmering on it. I don't think it's no coincidence. That shit crazy. It took for Crawford to get the WBO belt for them not to acknowledge it. So basically, what Crawford got to do now is somehow get another sanctioned body to rank him or mandate him like they did Lomachenko with Luke Campbell for the vacant WBC. Why he got a title or two like Lomachenko had. That's bananas. That's crazy. You know, but or he got to drop his belt and get re-ranked in another sanctioned belt. He drop his belt, then Lippias get the belt. That's crazy, bruh. He said Bud should pull up on these. He did. He be coming. He be going to the fucking fights. They just don't. He went to Wilder Fury. They didn't acknowledge him. But it's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. That they'll stop recognizing the belt when they should have been stopped recognizing the belt 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago when they broke up with Oscar De La Hoya. Or don't resign. You can't not resign, bro. I mean, I'm tired of explaining the whole situation, bro. You excited for the tank? Hell no, I ain't excited for the fight. I like the Ladarius Memphis undercard fight with Jezreel Corrales. Y'all think y'all niggas look at contracts like it's fair game. Okay, my contract up. I can go court different promoters and managers. It ain't work like that. Fuji Gavelli Music say Buzz accomplished more than any PBC fighter since 2014, so him going over there would be a step back for his career. That's an interesting way to look at it. It is. I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but he done a lot. Rod the Ruler says PBC, the no smoke crew freezing Bud out like that. Fred just asked Bomac that. I think Corrales gonna stretch Miller. It's been a minute since I seen Corrales fight. He a real awkward dude, man. I'm rooting for Memphis Miller. He ain't got a lot of skill, but he a tough little motherfucker. He just got to fight Memphis not long ago. So it's really been the hometown fight year for a lot of Al Heyman, PBC TMT fighters. He beat up Jamil Herring, didn't he? Ladarius Memphis beat up Jamil Herring. I forgot about that shit. Then he went to Top Rank and got a belt. And where Miller at? He don't have to sign with PB. He don't have to sign, but they don't want that fight, bro. they don't. They don't want that fight. So we just not gonna acknowledge the nigga. We just not gonna acknowledge the nigga whole belt now. That shit crazy, man. We just not gonna acknowledge this nigga. Like, dog, I ain't never seen like the shit that I've seen in boxing in this decade. Like, dude, what was that one year? Was it the year after Danny Garcia and Canelo fought? I mean, Danny Garcia fought Matisse and Canelo fought Floyd. That was like 2013 or some shit like that, man. But that next year, when they ran out them when they ran out them when they ran out them fucking Golden Boy contracts to try to get ready to gear up for Premier Boxing Champions, nigga, that was the worst year of boxing, bro. That shit was terrible. Terrible in my Ha Davis voice. That shit was terrible. Matter of fact, I think it was 2014. Yeah, it was year 2014. He didn't fight Pacquiao till 15. Nigga, 2014? That shit was terrible. That shit was terrible. I'll never forget that year. I just knew it was the year after Canelo and Floyd. That shit, they was running some bullshit, man. That shit was perhaps the worst year in boxing your boy has ever seen, bro. Like, dude, it was like, I cry, we cry together. Man, dude, you talking about a boxer, you Danny Garcia, Rasalka, Broner fought a whole bunch of nobody. And then the first year they lost PBC was terrible. Raggy? That shit was terrible. Raggy? That shit was terrible. 2016 it wasn't 2014 terrible. Nothing was 2014 terrible. 2014 was terrible, Raggy. That shit was terrible, dog. Like, I'll never forget that shit. 2014, man. Did Bud pull up on any press conference? I don't know if he went to the press conference. I know he go to PBC fights. They don't ever put him on the big screen or put him on the television. He go. Remember Earl said, I'm going to pull up to the Amir Khan fight. I'm going to pull up, and then all of a sudden Al Heyman told him not to. Thought you was your own boss. You could make your own decisions. Like, y'all ain't going to, I mean, if I let my dog shit anywhere in the house, put it to you this way before I get off. If I let my dog shit anywhere in the house and I don't do nothing, should he fear if he shit anywhere in the house? Real talk, should he have fear? You think he gonna fear me? Because when my dog do some shit he ain't supposed to, alright, when my dog do some shit he ain't supposed to, my dog, he go, and especially if he do some shit in the basement, I know when he do it. Because I be like, come on, let's go in the basement. Or if I seen it first, he'd sit at the stairs and he get to shaking. Or he put his head. I know my dog. Like when that other dog, his grandma came over, she shit on my carpet right here, and it still stank. I gotta get the carpet cleaner now. He sat right. He came right on down. Like I ain't did shit. I knew he didn't do it. So if Errol Spence can if his fan base or PBC fanboys or black boxing or whoever it may be, if they not going to, if he don't have no consequences or no backlash from the fans, and he can just go do what he ever want to do, and they gonna rationalize why he didn't fight Crawford. All Bob Arum fought. He on the wrong side of the fence, the wrong side of the street. He can get away with it. Why wouldn't he do it? Why would he take the tough fight? Because if he go up and beat J-Rock, guess what? Oh, he would have beat Errol Spence. He beat J-Rock. So it don't even matter. It doesn't matter. He can get away with crime. He damn near got Mexican. He got Mexican blood in his veins. He's been christening, with that Mexican fandom by black people. He's got an elite G pass in boxing to duck and do what he want to do, because he can keep calling out Canelo all he want to, but he don't get condemned for it. There's no consequences for it. There's nobody saying Earl clout chasing, nobody's saying that. But very few people. All right, bitch, go up and fight the nigga then. I'm tired of this shit. Fight him. You keep calling his name, go fight him. But he is one of the very few rare black fighters that got a G. Even Mayweather didn't have that G pass. He one of the rare fighters that got a G pass in boxing. Black fighters, excuse me. Even Canelo get more backlash than he get, to be honest. You know, the whole VADA 365 program, him not being enrolled for that. A ton of us gave him a pass for that. He's still not enrolled. He taking VADA for the Sean Porter fight, but he's not in the program. But once he went to WBC, he has to enroll in the program, right? But he get away with that. But then again, we got people talking about Shakir Stevenson not in it. No, very same people that support Errol Spence jumping on Shakir Stevenson throw. Why? You never ask who, what, where, why to Errol Spence. So he got one of those rare passes by black fighters. He can get away with shit. So he'll get away with not fighting Terrence Crawford. They're making an excuse. They'll say what they want to say. They'll do what they want to do. They're going to make that excuse. He's going to get that epic G pass. And it's kind of a good feeling, and it's still a bad feeling at the same time, because a casualty of that G pass is another black fighter in a black fight that we're going to probably get robbed of. But I don't think it's no coincidence they stop acknowledging that belt. That's because of Bud. A lot of that got to do with Bud, but hey, none of the PBC fighters openly, willingly talked about fighting Bud. Now when shit got serious, because if it was about it, Errol Spence wanted to make a statement, and he really wanted to be, the top of boxing. He really wanted to be pound for pound number one. He really wanted to be taking shit. What better way than beat Terrence Crawford in September or November, October, December? What better way off is to you fighter of the year if you go out there and knock out Terrence Crawford? That's a spectacle. No matter if you do 500,000, 300,000, a million, that's a spectacle right there. That's pound for pound shit. Can't nobody take that away. What can they say about Terrence Crawford? What can they say about him? 6 world championship belts, 2 ring belts, pound for pound number one, recognized by a ton of people. Is he old? He only 2 years older than Errol. Did he take a lot of punishment his last fight? No. Has he been knocked out? No. What can they say? He had a broken eye bone? No. He moved up to 160, came back down? No. He had been knocked out by Matisse or dropped by Victor Ortiz, lost to Timothy Bradley? No. He was old, beat up? No. That win for Errol Spence is a better win than Manny Pacquiao ever had at welterweight. A better win than Floyd Mayweather ever had at welterweight. In some ways, it's probably better than a win than Oscar De La Hoya had at welterweight, because Pernell was an older fighter. Chavez was in the welterweight. He was an older fighter. He lost to Felix Trinidad, excuse me. So you got a golden opportunity where it's a huge risk, but they can't take, if you beat Bud, they can't take nothing from you. Can't. Ain't no excuses. You leave no doubt. You beat him. But like I said, he got one of the rare G passes in boxing, and it's something that a lot of us black fans, we asked for years. We asked for this, man. We asked for why we don't get, and we got one of Errol Spence. It's a gift and a curse at the same time. But if you do move up and he could beat Canelo, it could be a huge gift. Bud just gonna have to fight the Mean Machine Collazo Brook and finish his contract with Top Rank and see what finish his contract. Like, nigga, that contract probably running for another 5 fucking years. It's over with. It's over. He done. He done. He gonna have to wait till Errol Spence lead the division. Danny always talking about moving up. Keith Thurman might fight him now if he get a belt or two. He gonna have to wait till the next wave of fighters come up. The Vigil Ortizes, the Barrioses, the Josh Taylors, the Regis Prograis, the Jose Ramirezes, the Jaron Ennises come. He gonna have to beat the next wave of fighters. He said Bomac set us up in 2020. Errol Spence gone. Errol Spence gone. Errol Spence gone. It's probably up late 20. It's probably up in October 2020. Errol Spence going, I'm moving up. I'm already telling you what it was going to be. Watch it. Errol Spence sat over at PBC for 7 years. Whenever it turned to PBC. 2012, he sat over there for 7 years, right? So far, about that. How many PBC fighters have he fought? Him and Bud fought the same amount. How many PBC fighters have he fought? How many PBC fighters have he fought? Kell Brook wasn't a PBC fighter. Lamont Peterson was, but he was a 140 pounder. Mikey Garcia was a lightweight. Bundu wasn't an official PBC fighter. Chris Van Deer, Richard Lartley. Who else he got under his belt? I mean, Bud fought Felix Diaz and John Molina. That's 2. So you really think him coming to PBC gonna guarantee him an Errol Spence fight? It don't necessarily guarantee it. It don't guarantee it. It don't. Momax, everything you've been saying about how the fights can be made, keep giving these dudes the real. I'm just saying. I mean, if a fighter want a fight to happen, have to happen. Yeah, and Khan, he wasn't PBC fighter at the time, but he was Sean Porter, and that's it. So when you kind of look at it in depth, it's no guarantee. Because Errol Spence sat there, he rode the pine the whole 7 years and couldn't get it and couldn't get a layup. And it seems like he gonna wreak hell on the fighters he do get on PBC, not named Pacquiao. He gonna establish his dominance over Sean, Danny, Heath if he have to. But it's unfortunate because the only way I see in Crawford going to PBC if it's the first fight is Errol Spence. But then again, is he on a level playing field? Is a question. And that's a totally different chapter. Is he on a level playing field? Because obviously Earl is younger and Earl got one or two weight classes to jump. Crawford is what he is. He's 147 pounder. You know, he got one or two weight classes to go. It's more invested into Earl, so for him, he in a fucked up predicament. But his whole life been a fucked up predicament. Growing up in Omaha, getting it the hard way. His whole life been a fucked up predicament. You know, and if I'm him, you know, if I go PBC and fight him, or it's a joint venue, or somehow he come to top rank, it got to be a knockout. It can't be a Floyd and Canelo. You got to knock this guy out because so much is invested in him. But that'd be a lot of people's worst nightmare. Bud Crawford fighting Errol Spence. It'd be his worst nightmare. That's what I think it is. I think a lot of people don't want that fight. Earl will move up and fight Lara before they allow him to fight Bud. I know he gonna move up. That's why him and J Rock and doing all this talking and shit. I already know what it is. I already know what it is. I peep game, man. I've been around boxing long enough to kind of see what they doing, man. But if a fighter really wanted to fight another fighter, they make it happen. You know, Lennox Lewis went to go get ranked and became Riddick Bowe's mandatory, and he forced the Riddick Bowe fight, and Riddick Bowe just threw the belt in the trash can. One of the hardest moves in boxing history. He threw the belt into the trash can. You know. It is what it is. Let me get off here, man. I definitely appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, the Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code GoodFellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, lotion, soaps, foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much, much more. Website, promo code, description. Share the videos. And other than that, man, don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. I'll be back with a couple more videos to top off the night. Appreciate the love, support.